Israel has long propagated the myth that it has no partner for peace. Palestinians never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity, Israelis say.
This concept has failed long time ago. We had at least 5 times in history that the Palestinians were offered to have a state. They always refused.
Israel has made concession after concession, they will argue. And the Palestinians have rejected generous peace offers time after time. Is that really the case? And are Palestinians opposed to peace? The roots of this myth go back to the 1947 UN partition plan. Israel, which had everything to gain and nothing to lose, points to its acceptance of the plan to demonstrate its desire for peace, while Palestinians, who had everything to lose and nothing to gain, are blamed for rejecting it. The idea of partition was opposed by the Palestinians because, as the original inhabitants of the territory, it was unfair and forced concessions on them which the UN and other Western parties had no right to demand. Their long-standing political aspiration was for a unitary, secular state where all the inhabitants of Palestine, Muslims, Christians, Jews, and other minorities lived in coexistence. The Palestinian vision clashed with the imported Zionist aim of violently usurping the status quo to establish an ethnic Jewish state. However, while accepting the 1947 UN partition plan publicly, Israeli leaders privately insisted that any acceptance of partition would be tactical and temporary. Partition was to serve as a launchpad for their settler colonial project to take over every inch of historic Palestine. And in the decades since, Israel has imposed a system of domination and apartheid, which would not have been possible without the infectious spread of the politically charged narrative that it has no partner for peace.
It was the PLO that came to the Oslo peace process, as you know and remember, Yasser Arafat. And we have committed to the 3 requirements by us of the international community. Accept the 2 states, renounce violence and go for negotiations, and accept international consensus and resolutions. And the world told us 30 years ago, should you do this, we will deliver Israel. Israel will end its settlements and occupation, and we will enforce and guarantee accountability. We did our 3 commitments. Israel never abided by even one day.
Let's not forget that for the sake of peace, it was the Palestinians who, under the 1993 Oslo Accords, agreed to give up armed resistance and 78% of historic Palestine. The reward in the 30 years since is not a Palestinian state in the West Bank and Gaza, but more occupation, a never-ending expansion of illegal Jewish-only settlements, and a system of apartheid. With 500,000 illegal settlers, Jewish-only settlements are not only an obstacle to peace, as Israel's major ally, the US, has conceded. The sprawling expansion has made a viable Palestinian state impossible. Across all major issues, every unrealistic Israeli demand has been elevated over basic Palestinian rights.
הזכות שלי, של אשתי, של הילדים שלי, להסתובב בכבישי יהודה ושומרון, יותר חשוב מזכות התנועה של הערבים. סליחה מוחמד, אבל זו המציאות, זו האמת.
So the next time someone insists on the tide trope, Israel has no partner for peace, remind them that it is Israel, through its illegal occupation, wars of aggression, and ethnic cleansing, which has destroyed the chance for peace.